morning today. Let me first tell you that Creative Mornings is one of my favorite events. I haven't been in at least a year, but there was a whole year straight that I don't think I missed one. Maybe I missed one. I've been to at least 10, but I think more like 15 Creative Mornings over the years. And I want to say that this is one of my favorite events, you guys. I've been hoping to speak at a Creative Mornings for all of these years, and Laura Lee finally gave me the opportunity. Thank you. I've been begging. So a little bit about me. I want to speak with you guys on one of my favorite topics, which is all about how to invest in yourself, right? So when they tapped on my shoulder for invest, I was like, oh, hell yeah. I'm totally here for this because this is exactly what I do with my clients. Every day, every week, every month, it couldn't have been better. So today we're going to talk about investing in your ideal self as your brand. So who here considers themselves to be a brand? Ah, many, but not all. Young Grasshopper, we need to all have our hands up. We are all our own brand. So no worries, if you're not used to speaking like, oh, I'm my own brand, I'm going to help you get into that mindset because it's really important. Are you guys ready? Yeah. I'm ready. I'm so ready. Okay, cool. So hello. Who am I? I'm LaRae Sampson. I am the founder of a company called Style Phoenix, where I help leaders, high-profile executives, and CEOs align with their ideal self. I help them align their personal brands and their professional brands with exactly who they actually want to be. Not who they are now. We know who you are now. But who do you truly want to be? Who are you ideally? That's what I help you figure out and what I help you align with. Now, why me? Okay, well, I'm going to tell you guys why me. Number one, I'm awesome. Okay, duh. That's why I'm here. Just kidding. But that is true. But I am awesome though. But number two, it's a huge passion of mine because I've learned how to invest in myself over the years, and I've seen it skyrocket my career, skyrocket my personal life, skyrocket my friendships, my family, everything that I've ever truly wanted. If I don't have it yet, I'm like this close, right? And I truly believe that once we get to a space like this, if we can help other people step into their greatest selves too and feel the same way, it's only going to ricochet, basically like a domino effect of greatness, right? So anytime I can get in front of people and talk about how to become your best self, I'm gonna do that. But it's not woo-woo, okay? It's not like I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm an actual consultant with consulting clients that I help every single day. And so I'm not gonna be too woo-woo for you, but let me warn you, I am a little bit woo-woo, okay? So I'm warning you now, just go with the flow. It is what it is, okay? So a little bit more about me. I spent my career, and I'll show you a little bit about this too, moving forward. I spent the chunk of my career helping other people invest in themselves. Took a long time before I understood how to invest in myself, and that's what I'm going to teach you guys today. But some more of my background. Right now, I work with clients, mostly in Phoenix, because that's what I love. I used to work with clients all over the world. I don't like traveling that much, so I try to keep it here as much as possible. If you need me, holler at the end. I'm over here, okay? But also, I believe in giving back to my community. So which is why I do a lot of public speaking, I do a lot of workshops, and I volunteer a lot. So my connection with Creative Mornings started many years ago when I was on the board of AIGA Arizona. Who knows what AIGA Arizona is? Yes, honey. Okay, I loved it. But let me tell you, I was the only person on the board who was not a graphic or web designer, so I was always fighting for the rights of the fashionistas like myself, okay? Because my very first portion coming into my career was as a wardrobe stylist. So let me tell you a little bit about how it all began. Why are we going to invest today? Let me show you. This is where it started, okay? This is where it started. Yes, that's me. Yes, that's me. Yes. Didn't I tell you guys I was awesome? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, so I started off my school career at Arizona State University. Whoop, whoop, go Sun Devils. Sun Devils? Yes? Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about, you guys. Okay, cool, cool, cool. My major was psychology, my minor was communications, nothing like fashion, right? Okay, I know that was so weird of me, but it was so interesting, and I have to learn how to work both sides of my brain, right? You got the creative side, you have the business side. So while I was at school, I was also a teller at the bank. Then I decided that I was going to roll my scholarship into another school, because it was for 5 years, the Gates Millennium Scholarship. Thank you, Bill and Melinda Gates. Appreciate you guys. Got me through school. And I went to FITM, the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising. And that's where I launched the creative side of my career. Okay, so while I was at FITM, full-time, very difficult work, I was an actual, also full-time banker at the bank. So you can see my pattern of mixing both sides of my brain, the business side of my brain, the creative side of my brain. That's what we're gonna do today. So when I very first started my career, this is who I started with. J mother effing Z. Can you guys believe Beyonce's husband before they were married? I know the day they got married. We were on tour, you guys. They had one day off. Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken, the 4th, okay? We had a show on the 3rd, a show on the 5th. They got married on the 4th, and nobody knew until that day. It was crazy. So yeah, I got to work with Beyonce's husband for years. And not only did I get to work with Beyonce's husband, Jay, mother F and Z, we were side by side, okay? As you can see, this is me, so young, you guys. I was like 22 or 23, it's hard to believe. This is me with the wardrobe cases. That was I had to take care of all the wardrobe, okay? This is me with the Biggie Jesus chain. Who here knows Biggie Smalls? Heck yeah, do you guys remember that he has a Jesus chain? Yeah, you guys, that's the Jesus chain. Crazy. So I was in charge of all of these types of things and making sure that him and his band and his hype man and all of them look how they need to look. So basically that was my first intro into branding and I didn't even know it. It was image and style, but really I had to help them stay on brand. Every tour, we would talk about what is this album like. So for the American Gangster tour, my first tour, everybody was in like suits, right? But for the next tours, like the Blueprint 3 tour, for example, everybody was in like t-shirts and sneakers, right? So I learned the beginnings of branding here, but it didn't just stop there. Oh, no. Oh, there was so much more. This isn't even all of it. Now let me say, I didn't work with Beyonce, but you guys, if I have a picture of B, we gotta have her on the screen, right? But many of these people I did work with. My first time working with Kanye, he took this picture of himself in the freight elevator. We were in the Palms Hotel. Dad, you were there. I know it. In Las Vegas, because that's where my dad is from. J. Cole, before anybody knew who he was, you guys, he was the first person to open on this tour. There was 4 artists. He'd be like, Ash, please, just come watch the show. I'm like, I don't know any of your music, but okay, I'll come. There was nobody there. It was like the 4 of us who worked there. Like, yeah, I don't know the songs, but really, you guys, some of these people, I got to be around them from the very beginning, okay? We have Keisha Cole here, Tangela Smith. She was a WNBA star. She won rings with the Mercury. Thank you very much. And then the roots are right up here. And then, of course, we have J, B, my favorite, Auntie Mary J. Blige. She was one of the best people ever, you guys. She loved me. I loved her. Capricorns unite. Any other Capricorns in here? You're a Capricorn. You're a Capricorn. I know we got some Capricorns in here. So is Mary. Okay. So you can see how I learned a little bit about people who know how to invest in themselves, right? That's really what I learned about investment. Is if you can invest in yourself, you can really get anywhere. Because another thing that I learned working with these megastars is that they're pretty freaking weird. Like really weird. And a lot of them are really shy. So how could these shy people become these megastars? Beyonce is one of the shyest people I've ever met. Jay-Z like barely ever talks, but he hears everything, no matter where you are, no matter where he is. He's going to hear it. Don't say anything you shouldn't be saying, because he's going to hear it and call you out on it later. Very awkward. And, you know, Kanye's just super awkward. If we don't know that by now, I don't know what we know. You know, he's like the most awkward person in the world. And did you guys see the video the other day when he was walking out of the elevator with Kim? And they were like kissing, and he got so awkward, he left her in the elevator to grab all the bags and the clothes in front of paparazzi. I mean, super awkward, right? But what I learned from all of this is that if you invest in yourself enough, you can freaking make it. We all have a talent. We all have a skill, right? My talent and my skill is simply just being myself. And I've had to learn that. I used to think I was around all these amazing people, athletes too, mega stars, mega business people. This right here is Steve Stout, mega businessman, right? I was around all these people and I would think to myself like, I'm great because I'm here. You know, they love me and I love them. We resonate at some energetic level, but like, why am I not like that great? You know, like what is my talent? What is my skill? I don't really have a talent. My talent is just being myself as authentic as I can be and sharing that with others. And I basically bring you guys along the way. You know, what I learn, I teach. My whole program for my clients is based off of what I've learned for myself, right? What I needed for myself to be successful, I now teach to all of my clients. And I learned those things from watching these people do it. This is what they did. They invested all of their time and energy in themselves, and it has trickled over to the masses. We could do the same thing. But it didn't just stop there. Oh, no, no. This happened. Who here is a fan of President Barack Obama? I'm a mega fan, you guys. I was an early adopter. You guys, if you look at my Twitter and his Twitter, he follows me. Okay, I was like an early adopter. Part of that is because when I worked with Jay-Z, we would do like rock the vote type of shows. So I was basically exposed to so many more things at 22, 23, 24, 25 years old than I think I ever could have. Most of you guys have never been exposed to like half of this, right? Such a young age, I was exposed because other people knew how to invest in their greatness. Now this right here, this was the inaugural ball. Now this is not Obama, this is just a man, okay? And Obama is not in the picture, except for the picture of Obama. But you get the point, right? You get what I was there, okay? I was there. I also have no proof that I was there other than the fact that I took this picture and Jay-Z was the one who was performing. But I mean, I really was there, and it was the most amazing thing because I got to experience the first black president before he even really became president at his inaugural balls, all because I learned how to invest in somebody who knew how to invest in themselves. That sounds great and dandy, right? Okay, but what about me investing in me? That's what I didn't quite know how to do yet, but I was learning. Every step of the way, no matter what was happening, I was watching and observing all of these megastars and these mega business people so that I could learn how to do more of what they learned how to do. So that's what I'm going to teach you little bits of today. We good with that? Yeah. Okay, we have enough fun about me. You guys know I'm awesome? I don't have to keep trying to win you guys over? Okay, cool. I already won you guys over? Awesome. So a great quote that I love from President Barack Obama, which falls right in line with what I've been talking about. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. Now, I can tell you this one thing. President Barack Obama knows how to invest in himself. He knows how to see that he needs change, he wants change, and so he's going to turn that inward, invest in himself, and become the change. So we're going to take a few cues from people like him. Now, how easy is it for us to change? Tell me this. What? Scale from 1 to 10. Easy or hard? Hard, right? Hard is like 10. Hard, the hardest it can be to change. Well, let me tell you some reasons why. Did you guys know this stat? We think 50 to 60,000 thoughts in a day. That's a lot of thoughts. Now, 90% of them are the same as the day before. What the hell is going on? Are you guys serious? 90% of our thoughts are the same as the day before. No wonder we can't change. No wonder it's like on a scale 100 of a scale 10, right? Because we are thinking the same thing every day, day in, day out. It doesn't stop. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? It just doesn't stop. So what we're going to do is we're going to change that around. But before we learn how to change that around, let me just remind you of a very interesting and key statistic. I just said it, but I don't know if you guys really caught on. 90% of our thoughts are the same as yesterday. You guys, it's terrible. How do we live like this? I don't know, but this is why I'm so into mindfulness, okay? Mindfulness is one of the most important things to me, and I help every one of my clients with mindfulness too, because what the hell, you guys, we cannot be thinking 50 to 60,000 thoughts every day and 90% of them be the same as yesterday, right? So how do we start changing that? We're gonna start changing our mind. We're gonna start changing our thoughts. I said I was a little bit woo-woo. Yeah, didn't I try to warn you guys? Okay, let me stop here. Who wants to win something? Hey, who was the first one? I saw you first. Guess what? All you gotta do is learn how to invest in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wanna win something, I'm gonna give you something. You said you wanted it, did you say you got it? Okay, let me tell you what this is. Are you into stones? I said I was woo-woo. You into stones?
Sure.
Okay, this is a citrine stone, okay? Citrine is called the prosperity stone. Citrine is called the merchant stone. Citrine is the stone that you keep in your wallet or your pockets, or if you have a desk, keep your citrine at your desk, okay? That is the stone for prosperity. That is the stone for merchants. Who else wants it? Who else wants something? Oh my God, here we go. okay, and investing in yourself. Say what the hell you want. If you want something, say it. You don't have to like fight for it. Don't worry, I got you, okay? I got 2 more gifts, but I'm not gonna tell you guys what they are yet, but you guys better figure it out. Oh no, okay, I might give them away later. I brought 4 gifts. The reason why is because it's a universal 4 year. Didn't I say I was into some woo-woo? Okay, 2020, 2, that's a master number, but also it breaks down to the universal year 4. That's all about stability, okay? Because of that, I brought 4 gifts, but we might give away the other ones a little bit later. Depends on if you guys are like going with me or not. Everybody gets the quote, everybody gets the stat, 90% of our thoughts. I want you to remember this until you change it, okay? When you change this from being 90% the day before yesterday, the day is yesterday, then you can forget the stat. But for now, this is the stat and it's terrible. So let me ask you, what are you investing in? What thoughts are you investing in? You've heard the term thoughts become things, right? What we're consistently thinking is becoming something every day. The day that we're living today, we're only living this day because we created it already. The days that we want to live in the future, we have to create today. It's difficult, we said, very hard scale, but now that we know this stat, we're going to change it, okay? So I'm going to kind of walk you through a couple questions to get you thinking a little bit differently about yourself. Before we start, I really like this quote from George Lucas. Always remember, your focus determines your reality. All we have to do, you guys, is change what we focus on, but it's hard, because you guys just saw the stat that I keep going over, right? But your focus is what is going to determine your reality. So let me remind you, your reality is everything, right? Your swag, your style, your skills, your talents, your dream life. What are you investing in? In these areas, what are you focusing on? Have you even invested in your dream day? Have you had a dream day? Raise your hand if you've had a dream day. A few of us, okay? Have you had a dream hour? Most of us, maybe not really, exactly. Isn't that kind of crazy? Like a lot of us didn't raise our hands, like what the hell, right? We're not even having our dream hour. I have a dream hour every day no matter what. Nobody's gonna stop me from having my dream hour. I wanna have a dream day every day. I have a lot of good dream days, but at least I can have a dream hour, okay? What the hell do I wanna do with my hour? I sit and I think about it. What do I wanna do with my dream hour? And that's what I end up doing. I wanna start thinking more like this, okay? Let's start changing our focus. Let's start thinking more and more about what unique and powerful ways we can overflow. As we invest in ourselves, how can we overflow all of the beautiful parts of us into the lives of others? We've been taught for our whole lives that everybody else is more important than us. Have you been taught that? Yeah, right? No, you got everybody, blah, 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 all the bullshit. That's not really how it's supposed to be. Put on your own oxygen mask, you guys. We will die trying to put on theirs. And that's what happens to us. Are we not dying right now as a society, as a city, as a country, as a world, as a people? Are we not dying trying to put on other people's oxygen masks before our own? I see it happening all the time. You guys, I also teach a college class at Arizona State University. Whoop, whoop. My alma mater. And it's called Social Aspects of Fashion. It's a fascinating class. And one thing that I've noticed is that these kids are like depressed. Okay, they're always telling me, they're writing me emails about how they couldn't come to class because of their antidepressant medicine, or because of this, or because of that. And I'm just like, wow, this is amazing. We are dying. We are so unhappy. We are not living the life that we want to be living, okay? And I'm not saying every single one of us, but so many of us. And it's because we are not investing in ourselves, okay? So remember this now. From this point forward, everything that you have to offer the world is your brand now, okay? Look at me. You're the captain now, okay? Who's seen that movie? You guys have seen the movie? You guys are the captain now, okay? Captain of your brand, captain of your life. You are the captain of everything now, and from this point on, everything we talk about is your brand. Does this make sense to people? Yes. Every single thing you do, you say, you wear, you think, you feel, you put out into the world, every single picture that you post, every quote that you post, every time that you speak a word to somebody else, it is your brand. Can we all get on board with that? Because if not, it's going to be hard for me to move forward because the rest of this is based off of that, so I'm hoping that we can kind of get on the board. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. This is your brand now. You are the captain. So let me ask you some questions about yourself. Now, not only are you your brand, we're going to take it a level further. Your ideal self is your brand. The ideal answer to everything I'm going to ask you is actually your brand. That's what we're going to start thinking of. That's how we're going to start changing the way that we think, these shitty thoughts that we keep thinking every single day, right? We're going to start thinking as though the ideal version of us is our brand now. And we are going to learn how to step into that, how to step into alignment with the ideal version, okay? This is key. So the first question is, ideally, if your ideal self, aka your brand, were a car, ideally, okay, don't say a Chevy. One time somebody said a Chevy and I was so irritated. I was like, I couldn't work with her anymore, you guys. She couldn't be my client. Like, you do not think big enough if you're a Chevy. Are you kidding me? Seriously, you did not work with her. No judgment. I just knew that she wasn't ready for what I had to bring, okay? So if you were a car, your ideal self, your brand, if you were a car, what kind of car would you be? Think of all the details, okay? Think of the year, the make, the model, okay? The interior, the exterior. Do you have rims? Think about, I'm gonna give you a minute. Think about all the good details. If your ideal self were a car, what kind of car would you be? Oh, you never had to think about that one before, huh? This thought is not the same as yesterday. Let me tell you that one. I told you guys I was gonna break out of your mold just a little bit. Everybody have it? Okay, somebody share with me. If you were a car, what car would you be? Your brand, ideal self. Yes, Candace.
I would be a 1976 Mustang Coupe.
1976 Mustang Coupe.
Like a coral color.
Coral color. Orangey, pinky kind of situation, she says.
There would be rims, I just don't know what kind.
Rims, but somebody needs to help her with what kind because she doesn't know yet. But you know, we're gonna expand the mind. She's gonna know at some point, okay? Okay, leather?
No, Arizona.
No. No.
But maybe something like smooth.
Smooth, velvety.
Yeah.
Not leather, just velvet, I don't know. Because velvet's better in the heat than leather, I don't know, okay, anyway. I don't know, whatever. Okay, cool. So everybody have in their mind if you were a kind of car, what kind of car you would, okay? We're not a Chevy, we're something, okay? I'm like a Lamborghini, that's what I determine, okay? I don't know what kind, I just know that that's a nice car, okay? Okay, next question. If paparazzi caught you slipping, oh no! Ideally, what would you look like? What would the vibe be that you're giving off? Now, I know we don't all have paparazzi, but we really do, because some people are taking pictures of me right now, and you guys are in some of them. So paparazzi already caught y'all slipping, okay? Because I see a camera right here. Okay, if paparazzi caught you, okay, if somebody were taking pictures of you, what would you look like in those pictures, and what would be the vibe that you're giving off?
Ideally, right?
Ideally, okay? That's the key. No, not see, we're not talking in currents, okay? Currents, we already created today days before, weeks before, months before, years before. We're creating the new thing. So we're not talking any currents now. Remember, from this point forward, everything that we're thinking, everything that we're doing, we're creating the next, right? So ideally, if paparazzi caught you slipping, what would you look like? What vibe would you be giving off? We've all thought about that one now? Okay, so now let's relate that to the true pictures that we take, the pictures that we post, the pictures that we pose for, the pictures that we pose in, and how we decide we're going to look and feel and be in these pictures. Most of us have social media, maybe not all of us, right? What are you posting on your social media? Is it falling in line with who you ideally want to represent yourself as? Your true brand? Does your social media represent your true ideal self, the real brand that you actually are? If not, it's time for it to start. All right, next question. When people meet you, all your fans, you guys are around with the fans, when your fans meet you, Or when your audience, when your network, when your clientele, when your customers, okay, when your potential partners, when people meet you, what vibe are you giving off? How are you making them feel? What feelings are you invoking within others when they meet you? What is that energy like? What do you look like when people meet you, when they walk up to you? What do you look like? What do you feel like? You guys ever thought of this one before? A few of us have. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. We got some A+ students in this room. You guys have this one down? You guys know how, from now on, when people meet you, ideally, your ideal self, who you truly are, what you're truly investing in, what is that going to look and feel like for others and for yourself? You can step into that. And then we have your partnerships. Who here wants more partnerships and collaborations? Who here owns a business? Who here considers themselves their business? Okay, so there's a lot of people who have a lot to invest in here, right? A lot of us who need to really learn how to focus on investing in ourselves, because when you guys raise your hands, you say you own a business, or you know that you are your business, or you are your brands, that means something really powerful, okay? When you are working with your partnerships and your collaborations, ideally, the true you, your true brand, what types of partnerships are those? What types of collaborations are those? What are you wearing when you show up? Where are you even meeting these types of people? Do you bring anybody with you? Who are you investing in that's also investing in you? How are you aligning with the people that you truly need to be the most successful you can possibly be? How, who, what, where, when? Create that right now. This is the time to start creating all of this. Let me tell you a little bit about who I consider my collaborators, not in business, but in life. Let me just introduce you guys to my father. LaRae Sampson is here. Yes, woohoo, we love you, Dad. So my dad is here visiting this weekend, coincidentally, thankful for me, grateful for me. I'm grateful for him, I mean. Thank God for me. Thank God to me. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You guys get what I'm trying to say? I am grateful that my dad is here this weekend because he got to catch this. But let me tell you, if I didn't have people like my dad or some of my friends, some of my closest friends are up here as well, you guys, who have helped me in my career. If I didn't have these types of people to collaborate with me, how the hell could I have lasted as a 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, I'm 35 now, in these careers with these megastars before Me Too? You guys, it was crazy. It was crazy. You could just imagine, right? Without the people around me to support me throughout my partnerships and my collaborations, how could I even be so strong to be able to withstand some of the stuff that I've been able to withstand, to be the woman that I am standing now talking to you guys, right? So when you're thinking of your partnerships, of your collaborations, who is with you? Who is on your team? What does that look like? What does that feel like? Get all the parasites out, okay? Get all of the energy suckers out. And remember that if you have that within you or around you, those are the partners and the collaborators you're going to end up attracting to you the same way. We need to be aligning ourselves with the ideal version and get all of the bull gunkety out, okay? And then the next question, who here is into community give back? I'm all about it. I mentioned before that I was on the board of AIGA for years. I'm the vice chair of the Phoenix Police Chief Jerry Williams, her business council. God, you guys, I do so many things. I'm the immediate past chair of Valiant Professionals through the Greater Phoenix Chamber of Commerce, okay? I recently rolled off the board as the marketing director for Girls in Tech Phoenix. I was a communications director for AIGA. I've been a youth mentor for a 13-year-old with New Pathways for Youth for years, but she just moved. Oh, so sad. She's like my best little friend, you know what I mean? Who's gonna go to the drive-ins with me, you guys? I don't know, it's terrible. So I'm obviously a big advocate of giving back to the community. Now, when you're giving back to the community, ideally, where are you placing your focus? What does it look like? What does it feel like? Is it adults? Is it kids? Is it arts? Is it culture? Is it education? Is it tech? Is it mentoring? I mean, what is it? You know, what is it for you that really makes you want to give back your precious time that you could be investing in yourself, but instead you're investing what you have within yourself out for the community, right? Don't be just wasting your time don't be wasting your time. This is our time. This is our life, our investment, our oxygen mask. Do what really matters to you. So when you're out in the community, when you're giving back, what does that really look like for you? Think of what it feels like. And if you need to make some adjustments, like, okay, I know what I'm doing now, but we're not talking about now. We're talking about ideally. What is this? You guys all have your answers? You've been thinking it through? Feeling it through? Okay, perfect. So, you know what we're gonna do today, you guys? We're gonna do something that our future self will thank us for. Not only because we're here and we're all awesome, right? We're all sharing the same energy. For us all to be in the same room, sharing this energy, means we're all awesome, because I'm awesome and I already told you guys I was awesome. So that means you guys are awesome too, and I already know it, okay? So let's make ourselves even more awesome. Let's begin aligning with that ideal version of ourselves that I keep talking about. Do you guys want to meet your ideal self? Let's say your future ideal self 5 years from now. Have you ever met that energy, that person, that force that's already within you? You just haven't accessed it yet? Some of us have, because some of you guys have actually been to some of my other things before. I've done this one before, because this is what I do with every single one of my clients. And if I can do this every single time I speak at a workshop or a seminar, I do. I want us all to meet who we truly are so we can start stepping into that. Are you guys ready for that? Who here has ever done a visualization before? Ah, quite a few of us. Okay, well, for those of you guys who haven't, you're in for a tasty surprise. I am an excellent facilitator of visualizations and meditations. I facilitate meditations and visualizations all by themselves at women's conferences, health conferences, men's groups. You would never believe that somebody could just walk in and do a meditation or a visualization. And people like us, business people, creative people, adults, really love it, but it's so powerful. So I'm going to walk you through my #1 favorite visualization that I've done for myself and that I do for every one of my clients in as many workshops as possible. So we're going to see who we are, our ideal self, our future self, 5 years from now. Now, mind you, my woo-woo side is about to come out. Let me tell you that when I say future or 5 years from now, I believe that we are all on one timeline all the time experiencing, okay? So 5 years from now can be tomorrow, if you're that powerful. I don't know, I'm not that powerful. I haven't been, but maybe I am now. It could be 1 year from now. It could be 3 years from now. But what we understand is that in 5 years, we can be in a very different place, okay? So that's why I choose 5 years from now, because it helps us see farther out. That doesn't mean that you're not going to be this exact person in 1 year. When I did this ideal self visualization for myself, one similar to it, I hit that spot in less than 2 years. I went hard though, you guys. I go hard. I go hard like an athlete. I go hard in the paint. You know what I'm saying? So if you go really hard, you can hit that way sooner than you could ever imagine. So keep that in mind, okay? But for now, we're just going to use a base of 5 years from now, okay? That's going to be a very powerful you. So close your eyes and let's see who you are, ideally 5 years from now. Now I want you to get comfortable. If you need to, wiggle out your shoulders, roll your neck, take a lot of deep breaths in, just get as comfortable as you can. Nobody's looking at you but me, and I'm staring right in your eyes. It's so awkward you don't even know. I'm just kidding, you guys. Okay, so go ahead and take a deep breath in with me. If you need to wiggle out any of your energies, wiggle out your energy. If you need to roll around, if you need to switch positions, if you need to set your head down, if you need to, anything you need to do, I want you to do that to get comfortable right now. If you hear noises, don't worry. It's all part of the process. Just allow it to flow in and flow out. I want you to take a deep breath in with me to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it. And release. 3, 2, 1. Take another deep breath in with me. Hold it at the top. Fill in all of your lungs, all the way down into your stomach. And release every bit of tension that you feel within you. I want you to imagine a beautiful, white, warm, glowing light of protection, of safety, prosperity, peace, happiness, ease, love, joy, all the good things that you deserve now and forever, right above your head. Now imagine this beautiful, white, warm, protective light flowing down over the crown of your head, releasing all of the tension in your forehead, your eyes, your ears, your nose, down through your mouth, your jaw. You feel your tongue release from the top of your mouth. You feel your jaw release from itself. Down through your neck, you feel all tension, all energy just wiping away, melting away. Down through your shoulders, your arms, your chest. Any tension you feel is just melting away. You feel this warm, relaxing light freeing you down through your torso, your hips, your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles. You feel this light shining so warmly and so brightly out through your hands, your fingers, your feet, your toes, and you are just grounded in. You are planted in beautiful, warm, relaxing, protective white light. You are just relaxed now. There's no more tension, no fears, nothing holding us back from just being the free energy that we are. And now let's fast forward just a few years. Imagine you're meeting your ideal self 5 years from now. Where are you meeting your ideal self? Are you meeting at a coffee shop, a restaurant, a hotel lobby, a park? Are you inside or are you outside? When your ideal self arrives, how did they get there? Did they arrive in a car? A plane? Did they walk to you? Take an Uber? Take a little snapshot of some of those visions that you see. Now, where is your future ideal self coming from? What are they wearing? What is the expression on your future ideal self's face? Are they happy to see you? Do they greet you with a hug? How does your ideal self make you feel? As you sit to chat, you feel comfortable and welcomed by them. They are happy, they are open, they are successful, they are lighthearted, they are so free. So free in every way. They are confident and free. They embrace all aspects of themselves and they inspire you to be your wonderful, powerful, confident, successful, free self too. They make you feel confident and free just by being in their presence. Now it's almost time for them to get on with their fun, adventurous, successful, free day. But you have time to ask them one very important question, and they are so happy to answer you. You ask them, what is their biggest piece of advice for you to move forward into the life you truly, deeply desire? Then you take a deep breath, You sit back and you listen with excitement and receptivity. They answer you with clarity and passion. What do they say? You soak up their advice and you thank them for their time today. And as you watch your future ideal self leave, you decide that you're ready to take the next steps into the life you know you deserve. From your entire brand, your style, your persona, your success, your lifestyle, your bank accounts, your family, your friends. You decide that you can mold yourself however you like. You are the captain now. And when you're ready, you wiggle your fingers and your toes. You roll your neck around. And when you feel up to it, you open your eyes. Welcome back, everybody. It's been so much fun watching you all. No, I'm just kidding. I was not watching. I was really reading from my phone, if it makes you feel any better. How does everybody feel? You guys feel good? Feel relaxed? A little bit more free? Yes? What did you see? Somebody share with me what they saw in their ideal self-visualization. Don't be shy. We are confident and free now. We share, yes. On a cobblestone road. Outside of a little cafe. How did your ideal self make you feel? Warm. Do you remember what your ideal self was wearing? Do you want to? You don't have to share, but do you want to share? She looked. Oh my! No shit. Your ideal self looked really good. Imagine that. Of course. Of course. A blazer, cool pants, heels. Nice blouse and jewelry. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Who else wants to share? Yes.
I saw myself in a very, not fancy, but a very nice loft or like her house, basically.
Oh, she has a fancy ass, nice lofty house.
Yeah. Like,
very nice.
It was like a condo-ish kind of stuff, or a loft.
Okay.
Yeah. And she showed me her office.
She showed her office.
Yeah, she was wearing a kind of her casual look. She had like a it was a faded flower gown.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of look.
Beautiful.
Like a really relaxed kind of look.
Yes.
Longer hair.
How did your ideal self make you feel when you met?
Welcome.
Welcome. Another welcome. One other person want to share? Anybody else want to share? Oh, I know there's somebody else who wants to share. Yes, go ahead.
Share lots of her, but I actually met my ideal self at her office.
At her office.
And I was like getting off the elevator, and she was like waiting for me. And
She's
had, like,
waiting for you.
The business like logo was like huge, like
Huge.
on the wall. And she was so cute.
So cute.
Like huge hair. So
Huge
I
hair.
had huger hair, and I tried to cut it myself. Like YouTube, don't do it. So I'm growing it back out. But you know, she had like this huge like fro, and was wearing like really bright colors.
Yeah.
Like, bright color, and she was just fly.
She's so
She was
fly.
like, welcome.
Welcome in. I'm so fly.
You know, it was really cool. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, her advice was just, she's like, be yourself. And she's like,
Yourself.
you're almost there. So when I saw her, like, she was wearing something that literally I almost wore this morning, which was like really crazy.
Really?
And she was just, yeah, be yourself, work hard, and don't overthink it. essentially.
Be yourself, work hard, and don't overthink it. That's what Candace's ideal self told her. Okay? Think back. I want to ask you, what did your ideal self tell you? What was that advice that your ideal self gave you? Don't forget it. Never forget it. This is the advice that you need to take in order to hit that place so that you're now the one giving that same advice in a very persuasive way where people get it to others, right? So I want you to think to yourself, what were you wearing? How did you feel? How did you make yourself feel, right? Where were you coming from? Where were you meeting? What was that whole vibe? That is truly who you are. You just met yourself, just a different version. Woo-woo part coming in right now, okay? You just met a different version of yourself that you just haven't quite accessed yet. You just haven't quite tapped in yet. And every so often, go back and meet the next step of that version, okay? Not just this version only. Soon you're going to need to meet the next step of that version to give you the next steps, to show you who you truly are once you've hit that point or once you're so close to that next point, okay? A few questions I want you to ask yourself. What is different between me now and my ideal self? What are those differences? Everybody has different things, okay? Maybe it's how you come across. Maybe it's the energy that you're giving off. Maybe it's how you were dressed. Maybe it was your hair. Maybe it's the type of space that you would meet in. What were those differences between who you are now and your true ideal self, that true brand that you are going to start representing yourself as to the world now? Another question, how do I begin bridging the gaps? What were those gaps? Now how do I start bridging them? Moment by moment, day by day. What are the steps I can take? Do I need to just change up what I'm wearing just a little bit? Do I need to start hanging out in different areas? Do I need to start presenting myself from the inside out with a different vibe? What is it that I need to start doing to bridge those gaps? Another question, what steps can I take moment by moment? This goes back to those thoughts that we just talked about not too long ago, okay? This is where we start changing our thoughts. This is where we start taking control of our own mind, being mindful and deciding that what BS we're experiencing now, we're not going to keep creating moving forward. We already created that. That is over and done. Now we can access a new level. In that new level, moment by moment, day by day, thought by thought. Remember I said I go hard in the paint? Okay, I'm like a thought by thought kind of person, and it is very difficult, but you can do it, okay? Thought by thought, who are you creating? Are you creating the same you as yesterday? Are you creating the ideal you that you now have learned how to access? Once you see it, you never unsee it, okay? Once you experience that ideal self, I will never not see the ideal self, the first one that I saw, at each one after that. I will never unsee these things. I still remember this, my same experience that you guys are having now, like it was yesterday. I remember that person. I've already hit that level already, okay? Then it's the next level. You will never unsee this. Last question, you can always ask yourself way more questions than this, but last question I have on here is, how do I remain mindful and focused on investing in my ideal self? When your thoughts start taking you back, when your beliefs, better yet, you know what, a lot of people have some pretty firm beliefs in this room, I'm sure, because we're all here and we're all awesome. In order to be awesome, you gotta have some pretty firm beliefs, okay? With that being said, a belief is just a thought that you keep telling yourself over and over, or that somebody else keeps telling you over and over until you believe it. That's all a belief is. Examine your beliefs, okay? If you have negative beliefs about yourself, if you're not in alignment with that ideal self, snatch that shit and take it out, okay? Snatch it and take it out. You have control. You are the captain now, right? I already told you guys you're the captain, right? Mindfully, every moment, what beliefs do you need to change from who you've created to be now and the ideal self that you just met? Start switching your thoughts. Start switching your beliefs. If a negative thought comes in, if you don't have enough money right now, you can get out of that because you already created that. Create the new now. Create wealth. Create riches, okay? If you're like, I'm just too much, okay? Too many bills, not enough. I don't have enough money. Immediately grab that thought, okay? Tell yourself, I am financially free. Don't affirm it, decree it, okay? Don't make yourself believe it, believe it. I am financially free. I am debt free. I have everything that I need. I am infinitely supplied, okay? If you don't feel like you're attractive enough, catch that thought. I am attractive. I am beautiful. I am everything I've ever wanted and needed to be in my life, and there are so many people that will love and cherish me exactly as I am. Do you guys believe that I believe that when I say that? Did I say it like I believed it? I believe it, okay? I believe it. I believe everything that I say to myself. If I haven't seen it in my experience yet, that's cool. I just didn't create it yet. I didn't access it yet. I still believe it. If I want it, I believe it. I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna have it. I'm going to have it. And nobody is going to stop me from having what I invest in for myself. Can you guys get on board with that for yourself too?
Yes.
Yeah, you can, right? I believe we can. Okay, cool. So we've asked ourselves a few questions. We've met our ideal self. We know how to invest in who we truly are. And I'm still here for you if you need me, right? This doesn't have to be the end. You can follow me on Facebook. I'm never on there. I hate it. I hate Facebook. Okay, but I have somebody who posts for me every now and then, and I still hate it. Okay, but you can follow me on Facebook if you want to. Okay, Instagram is my jam. Okay, I love Instagram more than others, except I really love Twitter, but I don't post on there. Instagram, _stylephx, Facebook, stylephx. I also have a podcast called The Esoteric Blueprint. Remember my woo-woo? Got the little esotericism in there, you know what I'm saying? Also, if you want to do this ideal self-visualization again, it is episode number 2 on my podcast. My podcast is on Apple iTunes and Spotify. Subscribe, like, share, listen, give me a review if you want to, okay? I just put it up not too long ago, so it's still pretty new. I'm still getting the hang of it. And also, better yet, thank you. And if you want to book me, aka invest in me, investing in you, or invest in you as I invest in you, if you book between now and March 15th, you get $500 off of my program. My program is a 6-week or 6-session program. We go through in-depth, intensive program together. It's only for leaders. If you're not a leader, if you don't consider yourself to be a leader, I can't. We're just not going to be able to work together in the same way because it's a very intensive program. That's all. That's the only reason why, okay? But if you want to get some money off of the investment, you can go ahead and book me, and I'm happy to give you a big chunk of money off too. Like I said, I am a consultant with my company, Style Phoenix. As I invest in you, as I invest in me, as you invest in you, please invest in me. Any ways that we can support each other, invest in each other as well. So what I'm hoping is before you guys all leave today, you kind of stepped a little bit more into who you truly are, into who you know you truly can be. And now, from this point on, present yourself in that way to everybody in this room and to everybody that you meet moving forward, and learn how to invest in yourself before anybody else. And thank you so much for listening to me rant.